Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Ask Jimmy Smith. Today, I'm really excited to be bringing to you my best list of the differences between Amazon FBA, the Fulfilled by Amazon program, and eBay. So these two platforms are two of the biggest e-commerce platforms out there. For those of you in the Amazon sphere, you might ignore eBay because you think that it's oversaturated or that it's just an old and dead platform, but really it has a lot of success and is still one of the most utilized search platforms out there, at least platforms for purchasing products anyway. And for those of you that are in the eBay space thinking about Amazon, you might have some different thoughts about Amazon, and they don't care about their sellers, or they don't care about this or that, or it's just a bad platform for whatever reason. And so I wanted to kind of put together the most comprehensive guide that I can regarding the Amazon FBA program and regarding eBay. And I'm not going to give you the one that is best for you, because I think everyone's got different business models that work best for them. But I wanted to put together this guide talking about the opportunity, some of the myths that I've seen, my experience with both of these platforms, as well as the pros and cons for each one, and then my recommended strategy, if I had to pick a strategy for what you should do to go about selling on one or both of these platforms. And again, we might get to that recommendation and you might see all the pros and cons and say, you know what, that recommendation is great, Jimmy, but I'm actually going to do the opposite of that. I'm going to start with this platform instead of the other one, because you have your own different things in your business, in your life, your own likes and dislikes that you'd rather pursue. So totally fine, but this video is going to help you be able to do that. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hopefully by the time this has dropped or is live on YouTube, I will be over 1,000 subscribers. But either way, if you hit that subscribe button below, if it's still red, then please hit that, and that'll make sure that you get notified of new videos. Help me to know I'm doing a good job and that you appreciate the content and that ultimately it's being helpful to you. If you don't like the content, don't subscribe. Totally get it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, so to speak. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the presentation. Yes, I did a PowerPoint again. Yes, it is, to me, the easiest way to show you the most comprehensive information regarding a topic, because it's just easier for me to show you that than to have you just listen to me talk for 25 minutes. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so as you can see, I put Amazon versus eBay. Again, I'm going to make the distinction here. It is going to be Amazon FBA, or Fulfilled by Amazon program, versus the Amazon FBM, or Fulfilled by Merchant program. The reason is because if you do FBM, it's going to be different pros and cons, in my opinion, for Amazon versus eBay. So I want to just make that distinction clear right now. If you were hoping for an Amazon FBM versus eBay discussion, then this is not the video for you. Hopefully you can still gain some information out of it that's helpful, but I'm going to be talking about FBA specifically, and then we can go into eBay as well. Now let's talk about the opportunity a little bit with both of these platforms, because there is a huge opportunity out there that I think is being missed by sellers that think only Amazon is good, or only eBay is good, or only Shopify is good, or only Walmart is good. There's a huge opportunity with these two platforms specifically, and I plan on making more videos in the future breaking down other platforms. So you might see an Amazon versus Walmart video in the future, or maybe drop shipping, or maybe a Facebook marketplace or something, right? But right now, these two platforms both have the opportunity to where you can get over $1 million per year with both. Now, with Amazon, I can easily point to that. With our own business, we do over $1 million per year selling other people's products using from the retail stores or online stores, selling those on Amazon in our own business. Now, we do have some success on eBay as well, nothing huge, but we do utilize the platform. But I know sellers that have gotten to over $1 million per year on the eBay platform. So there is a big opportunity for that. And this is in gross sales, by the way. This is not profit, but yes, you can most likely get to that profit level with both platforms. Amazon FBA is obvious. eBay, I'm sure that there are some sellers that do over, millions and tens of millions of dollars a year on that platform. I just don't know any personally. So this is my own personal experience. I know of people doing over $1 million per year with both. Now, what I suggest is, if you're new, then you pick one to focus on, right? You don't want to just try to do both at the same time if you're brand new. If you've been on Amazon or eBay for a little while and you've already focused on that platform, then you can start to branch out into the other platform to add it on and bolt it into your business as well. You just want to make sure that you're not distracted from one platform to the other. I highly recommend getting skilled and focused on one platform and then adding the other one in later, which is what we've done in our business. And I'll give you my outline for what I think that looks like at the end of this PowerPoint presentation, so that you can kind of understand where I'm coming from and why I recommend that. Now, just to make sure, don't ignore the other, right? You don't want to just say, okay, cool, I'm going to put the blinders on and just sell on Amazon forever, and I'm never going to look at eBay, or vice versa. You want to make sure that you do have an eye on the other platforms and other ones that exist, like Walmart, like Shopify, like Etsy, or whatever else exists out there. You want to check all these other platforms out and see what fits best for your business model. Again, if you're trying to do Shopify, then maybe, doing retail arbitrage isn't the best way to sell on Shopify. If you're trying to do anything else based off the platform, you want to make sure that the way that you're selling on the platform makes sense. But arbitrage is buying products from a retail store, an online store, garage sale, wherever, and doing that on Amazon and or on eBay, or they both make sense in the context of that platform. And so you don't want to ignore both platforms, or one of the platforms in this case. Now, I wanted to break down some myths as well, because there are myths that exist out there. And the first one, and I've covered this on other videos, but Amazon and eBay are dead. I've heard this forever. Actually, one of the reasons I got into Amazon more so than eBay in 2015 is because I had heard that eBay was basically a dead platform, that Amazon was the one to be on. But so many sellers have done extremely well on eBay and continue to do well on eBay, and I know them personally. So I made that mistake in December 2015, and that is still the case today. People are still saying eBay's dead. People are still saying Amazon is dead. I've heard that for the last few years, and yet both platforms continue to grow in sales and customer bases, and in sellers as well, but you can still make great money doing both. So that's an easy one to dispel. eBay is only for used items or garage sales, estate sales, etc. That's what I thought for the longest time, that eBay was just like a place that people took their unsold garage sale stuff and put it on eBay so that maybe other people would buy it. Or maybe it's just for vintage items or whatever. I've heard that in the past. But ultimately, I know sellers that are selling new products that are replenishable products on Amazon. They're selling those new products on eBay as well as replenishable products too. And so that can be a huge difference maker. If you're buying products, let's just say from Walmart, to sell on Amazon, there might be opportunities for you to buy products from Walmart and sell on eBay. And it's actually not might be, I know there are, because we've done it in the past. So you've got to be able to look at eBay as a platform for both new, used, vintage, collectible items, basically anything and everything. Now, Amazon, this is another myth, that Amazon is only for new products, and that's not the case. You can sell used products on Amazon. For the longest time, books was the used product out there that most people sell on. So most people understand that you can sell used books on Amazon, but there are other products you can sell used as well, as long as you're unrestricted in that category or in that specific product for that condition type. But Amazon, you can sell used items as well. This is another myth, that Amazon doesn't care about their sellers. And while I have dispelled this before, I just want to point it out because you might be coming to this channel for the first time. Amazon does care about their sellers. They are more customer focused than I would like them to be. I wish that they would side with their sellers a little bit more, but they do care. They're constantly building an infrastructure. They're constantly building in new tools and resources to help us. And they're constantly just caring about the sellers' longevity on the platform. They're asking questions of their sellers. They're seeking out to see what they can do better. And while, again, they are customer-centric and focused, they do care about their sellers, even though sometimes it may not feel like it. And I've been there before, where you're just dealing with Amazon left and right, and it just seems like they don't care about you. But in the end, they typically do. And it just takes getting to the right person. Sometimes it's more about the support issue than it is about Amazon themselves caring about who's selling on their platform. So it can just be a problem with support as well. And then the other myth is that I have to only pick one platform. Now, again, this might seem like a a contradiction to my first slide where I said you should pick one platform to start, but I still believe that's true. You pick one to start if you're brand new, but you can eventually expand to the other platform as well. And so that is something that ultimately I think is going to help you kind of expand your horizons as you grow in your e-commerce business. Maybe you love selling on Amazon, but you want to do some more garage sales stuff, or you want to start selling some of those products on Amazon, on eBay, so you can add extra streams of income. You want to make sure that you can sell on as many platforms as possible once you're ready for it, though. You don't want to try to jump into a bunch of platforms all at once and then realize you're in over your head. So you don't have to pick only one platform, but you should pick only one if you're brand new and then add on the other later. Now, here's my experience with both. So Amazon, as I told you earlier, we do over $100,000 a month. We've got 12 employees currently. Obviously that can fluctuate here or there. Same with the sales, that can fluctuate here or there. But we've also been able to train thousands of people to sell on Amazon. And we've had over 1,000 success stories of people that have started selling on Amazon and had some success with it, and testimonials. And I'll give the link later, but just so you have it now, if you want to go check that out, if you don't believe me, it's at AskJimmySmith.com/success. That link is also in the description if you would like to find it down there. Now, Amazon is our bread and butter. This is the platform that we love to sell on. This is the one that has done well for us since December 2015. We've been on this platform. And we tried to do a bunch of stuff over the years. We've added in a bunch of different platforms here and there. And the ones that have stuck are typically the ones that we can take our existing products and sell them on that platform. So we haven't had to try anything, or we haven't had a bunch of success with new platforms that require completely new products, right? We're better off taking existing products that we've found and selling them on the other platforms. And so with eBay, we added that after bolting on Amazon. Now, I've been selling and buying on eBay for years at this point, but not as a business. And so as we've gotten better with our Amazon account and grown, we've been able to add eBay as well as an additional stream of income for either returns or just some replens that sell well on eBay, some other products that sell well on eBay, whatever it is, we can buy collectible stuff that we find and sell it on eBay. So we have added that into our business. Now, other things that we have tried where I said didn't go as well were like Walmart, drop shipping with ClickFunnels, Shopify, other third-party marketplaces. We do sell on Shopify for private label, but we've never been able to take our own existing replenishable arbitrage products, which if you don't know what those are, you can check out some of the other videos on my channel because I go through that. But we haven't been able to take those other products and succeed as much on these other platforms. So Amazon and eBay were kind of the two platforms that I highly recommend if you're looking to do the replens arbitrage strategy. They're the two most consistent between all of these other ones that we've tried out. Now, let's talk about some pros to Amazon. And again, specifically the FBA program, Fulfilled by Amazon program. There's more customers, and that's just undebatable. Everyone knows Amazon is the place most people go to buy things. It's the number one, platform to purchase products, at least online. And I believe it's one of the top, search results as well. Not results, search platforms that people go to just search the reviews for products. So it's got more customers, more eyeballs to each product. Another pro is that you don't need to make your own listings. You can just find existing listings that are out there. If your product matches exactly the brand, the UPC, the title, all of that stuff, the flavor, the size, then you can just list on that existing listing, which is a beautiful model that you don't have to take a bunch of time to list all these products. We have over 1,000 active products at one time, which would mean we would have to make 1,000 different listings on eBay for that specific time if we were to compare the two. So for us, not needing to make listings, that is a huge pro for the type of business model we do on Amazon. The next thing is that there's more software out there. It's just simply, got more sellers, it's got more customers, so there's going to be more software, but that also helps us to buy our inventory better than we would on any of the other platforms because we have more tools at our disposal to use and grow. The next one is, again, Fulfillment by Amazon. That is just a beautiful model. eBay has tried to work in different things at times. And yes, you can get a prep center, to a fulfillment center to be able to send out your products with eBay. But ultimately, the fact that Amazon handles fulfillment, handles the customer service, it disperses it around the country, does it in 2 days for prime shipping, at least the majority of the time. The Fulfillment by Amazon program is a huge key to growth and scalability that I believe is is just foundational to being able to get to that $1 million business level a little bit easier than you would with eBay or any other platform. It's more trusted by customers. Absolutely. People use Amazon for everything. They definitely trust the process there more. It's just commonplace for most people now. They trust it more than eBay, in my opinion, because they know that they believe they're dealing more directly with Amazon than they are with the seller. And I think that gives customers a better feel for what it is that they should be, buying onto that platform. Right. Although you've got people that'll buy $10,000 watches on eBay. So maybe that's debatable, but ultimately I think that there is more trust by customers on Amazon than there would be on eBay. And it is more easily scaled. As I said, that fulfillment by Amazon program is going to allow you to scale it easier, but also the fact that you don't need to make listings makes it a ton easier. There's more software so you can scale things easier. So all of these things combined allows you to scale your business a lot quicker and more easily on Amazon than it would on eBay. Let's talk about some of those cons to Amazon, because we do well on Amazon. I'm not blind though to some of the cons that come with it. Amazon is customer focused, not seller focused. And while eBay is also customer focused, I believe that they have a more balanced approach to also caring about their sellers. Now, Amazon does care about their sellers, but eBay cares more about their sellers, in my opinion, from what I've seen, from my experience. So hopefully that changes in the future. Amazon is more customer focused, which can sometimes hurt the third-party seller a little bit more than maybe it would on eBay. You're going to have to deal with more intellectual property claims or IP claims, counterfeit claims, account health issues, because Amazon cares more about their customers. So if they get a complaint from a customer or from a brand of some sort that's saying, hey, they're selling counterfeit products, you're automatically going to be guilty until you can prove yourself innocent in Amazon's eyes. And that is a very difficult place to come from. You can handle it. You can use, as long as you're buying legitimate products from authorized distributors with receipts, right? If you're buying from Walmart, that's an authorized distributor. If you're buying from Target, that's an authorized distributor. You can, fight these things and, help your account out in that way. But you do have to deal with these, where eBay, it's going to be very rare at the time of this recording in April of 2022. It's going to be very rare that you're dealing with anything like this, just because, the nature of the platform on Amazon. Now, if you're a new seller, you're going to have to deal with much greater restrictions on your money reserves. So as you sell products, Amazon withholds some of that money because they believe that they have had an issue with counterfeit products being sold on the platform, with bad sellers coming onto the platform. And so they reserve money now to protect themselves. So they aren't just selling a bunch of counterfeit products, giving it to all these bad sellers, and then realizing, oh, now these sellers are gone. They've kept the money. So as a new seller, you're going to have to deal with these money reserves. And I just did a video on the profit first method that I believe all new sellers should utilize so that you can better manage the cash flow. So check out that video in my YouTube channel. I'll try to link it here on the money reserves, or the profit first method that you can use to deal with the money reserves on being a new seller. But even as you start to grow into the business, they start to lessen those reserves that they take. And as they trust you more, then eventually they should go away. But it does take a while. It's not a quick process. So that is a con to Amazon. And this one is a big issue, I believe, for a lot of people, is that these customers are not your customers. They are Amazon's customers. You don't get a customer list that you can actually go and continue to email. You don't get any way really easily for them to go find your store and buy products from you. There's nothing that you can do because these are Amazon's customers. So you are not exactly building a customer base and a business from that perspective. You are utilizing Amazon as a cash flow business model to help you grow in that way. But ultimately, the customers are theirs, not yours, which is a scary thing. Absolutely. If you're trying to do this, if we had all these customers for all the products we've sold on Amazon, we would have probably 200,000 to 300,000 people on an email list, because we've sold over 100,000 units in a year, right? And we've done that consistently. So that's a big con in terms of building a business on Amazon, but it does give you the ability to reach more people, to sell more products, to grow, and then be able to bolt on other aspects to the business. But again, just keep in mind, these are not your customers, they're Amazon's, which that means you have to have that mindset as well, that how can we serve Amazon? Amazon is our one customer as an Amazon seller. And so how can we serve Amazon as best as possible? Well, that's by providing good quality products to their customers, handling any claims that come against our account with legitimate receipts or invoices, and making sure that we're just a responsible, consistent seller on the platform. Because Amazon is our customer in my eyes. Yes, you have to handle their customers as well. But if Amazon's our customer, and the people we're selling to are Amazon's customers, then ultimately we need to make sure we're serving their customers with the utmost priority and respect. But it is a con that you don't get like their email lists or anything like that. Okay, so let's talk about some of the pros to eBay. And the very first one, which I mentioned a little bit earlier, is that they are more seller focused. Now, they aren't only seller focused. They do care about their customers. If there's a bad seller on the platform, they will get rid of that seller and not allow them to create an account again, at least not under that email address anyway. But because they are seller focused, they give the sellers the opportunity to prove themselves innocent a lot more than Amazon does up front. And I believe eBay has very good support for this. And it's an excellent platform for that specific reason, because they care about their sellers. And I believe the owner of eBay, or the CEO of eBay, I can't remember which, came out with a quote basically saying, hey, we back our sellers very much. And I would highly recommend that you look it up. I probably should have before this video, but they actually came out and said that. And yes, Amazon does care about their sellers, but I actually believe eBay cares about them a little bit more, which is unfortunate, because I have a soft spot in my heart for Amazon with the success and the simplicity of the platform. But eBay is very much more seller focused than Amazon typically is. There is great support from the company. I kind of alluded to that a little bit earlier. They're very good. If you do have an issue on your account, if something goes wrong and you reach out to them, they're very helpful. And many times they're more forgiving. Let's say that. I'm not going to say they're very forgiving, but they're more forgiving than Amazon can be at times. Used items on this platform are easier to sell. Yes, you can sell used items on Amazon, but on eBay, you can pretty much sell whatever you want for the most part. There are some restrictions, but they're going to be easier to sell, because eBay allows you to take pictures, make your own listings, describe the condition exactly so people know exactly what they're getting. Whereas on Amazon, you're just clicking, it's used and it's good, or it's acceptable, or it's used like new. And you aren't getting the opportunity to make the distinctions of what makes your product used and why you did it that way. So with eBay, because you have to make your own listings, you can sell used items much easier without risk to your account, as long as you're descriptive on what makes the product used and how it looks and works. There are very few brand restrictions with eBay, whereas with Amazon, as a new seller, you're going to deal with brand restrictions. Now, I did make a YouTube video on the 14 unrestricted categories for new sellers on Amazon, but with eBay, you're not going to be dealing with many brand restrictions. I think there's probably a handful of them now at this point, because most brands are more concerned with Amazon than they are with eBay. So, and eBay is, again, more of a seller-focused platform. And so you can sell a lot more products on it. And it's just a great place to be able to sell products that you can't sell on Amazon. That's what I recommend with eBay for sure. International sales simplicity is another pro. And, with Amazon, there is some simplicity to it, but eBay ultimately has a very good program set up that whenever there's an international sale, you sell that product and then you ship it to one fulfillment center. And that fulfillment center from eBay will actually take that product and ship it to the international customer that purchased the product. So you don't have to deal with any customs or anything like that. They handle all of that stuff for you. And I just love the simplicity with which they allow you to sell internationally to your customers. Customers can easily find you again on this platform. They have a link to your store. It shows up as basically your customer at that standpoint. Now, I wouldn't necessarily try to make an email list of customers from eBay and try to email them all. And I've never asked an eBay expert that, but I'm very cognizant of the fact I'm selling on other people's platforms. But again, customers can easily find you. If they love the shop, they can easily go back to you and buy that product from you. Whereas on Amazon, they're going back to that listing page and not necessarily buying it from you. They could potentially be buying it from other people. So customers can easily find you again on eBay. Now let's talk about some of the cons. After hearing that list, you might be like, oh, eBay's the way to go. But there are cons with eBay, which means you have to fulfill them yourself or use a prep center, fulfillment center of some sort. But ultimately, you are on the hook for making sure the shipping gets out, making making sure that you've got the right shipping measurements in your account so that you aren't overpaying on your shipping, or undercharging, I guess is what I should say, on your shipping, because fulfilling it yourself can become a headache and a lot more of a stress. Whereas with Amazon, we can put 500 things into multiple boxes, send it to Amazon, and they'll deal with all the fulfillment. With eBay, you've got to fulfill all these individual products and individual orders from there. It is harder to scale. There's less software programs that exist for you to know what's buying or what's selling properly. And it's going to be harder to scale because you have to ship all of these products out, yourself or using a prep center of some sort. Also, because there's less software, because there's more shipping headaches, and it's more difficult sometimes to be able to restock some of your inventory, depending on if you're buying used goods or doing garage sales. You can't exactly continue to go back to that same garage sale and keep buying that same product like you can with Amazon. So at least with stores for Amazon, it's going to be harder to scale typically with eBay than it is with Amazon. There are less customers on the eBay platform, which is a con. There's still a lot, though. You can look up the statistics. I can't remember what it is. I probably should have done that before this video. But they have one of the top 10 selling platforms is eBay, still one of the top 10 for customers to go and buy products. And I believe that over time that eBay's kind of become more of like a retro thing to do. And so eBay has actually gained some more popularity, I believe, over the last few years because of that, because people like to work with individual sellers instead of working with what seems like a big corporation of Amazon. So I actually think that their eBay is growing in their customer base because of those reasons, and they'll continue to do so because they have quality products and a good system, pretty easy to buy products from them. The other con to eBay is that you have to create your own listings. You can't just go on there and list on somebody else's listing, which is kind of a pro, I guess, if you care about that from a seller perspective, but it's also a con because you have to take more time. Like I said, with 1,000 active SKUs, at any one time on Amazon for our business, that would mean we'd have to have 1,000 active listings that we created on eBay. And it does take a while. You can copy some information from other things that have sold as long as it's accurate to your product, but it does take a few extra minutes to do that with each and every listing. And it does become a pain, which is also another reason it can become a little bit harder to scale as well. Now, here's my personal suggestions after looking at that list. You probably already kind of have a good feeling of what you want to do, or why you should be on Amazon or why you should be on eBay. But my suggestion is for new people, especially, use the Amazon FBA platform to learn the ropes of e-commerce selling. You can learn about products that are selling well. You can utilize all the software out there. You don't have to deal with shipping products to customers. You can ship them into Amazon FBA fulfillment centers. It can just be a lot simpler of a process for you. But you want to make sure that you're growing that business to most likely over $10,000 per month, if not more. We didn't really bolt on eBay until probably over $70,000 a month in sales on Amazon, if not higher. We really focused heavily on Amazon. But once you're doing over $10,000 a month on Amazon, you've got some things outsourced like software, maybe some prep and ship, maybe some of these, maybe some sourcing or shopping, depending on where you're at in your business. Some people do that here. Some people do that at $40,000 a month, but you want to grow over to $10,000 per month on Amazon, which can only take sometimes 3 to 4 months, which I've done other videos on how to get to $10,000 per month selling on Amazon. You can see that on my channel as well. It can sometimes take 3 to 4 months to get to that level. It doesn't take terribly long if you hit the right metrics and buy the right products. But after you do that, then you can start selling items on eBay that may be unsellable on Amazon. Maybe you're on Amazon and you see, I'm restricted in this brand, but I can sell it on eBay. Or, I've got some returns on products that are still like new or brand new, but I just don't want to send them back into Amazon. So I'm going to sell those on eBay. Start using eBay as like a secondary platform for some of these things. So then you can learn the ropes of that platform. You can see how the sales process works. You can see how the listing process works. And you can ultimately get comfortable with it before you really, maybe you build a team to focus on eBay only in the future. But ultimately it gives you the ability to start adding in additional revenue and additional streams of income to your physical products business. And that way, if there's ever an issue with Amazon, then you've got eBay already built out a little bit more than if you were to just ignore it completely and there's an issue with Amazon and now you've got to figure it all out. So that's my recommendation. You want to outsource FBA as you grow and then bolt on eBay after you do that. So if you're at $10,000 a month and you're still doing everything in Amazon, well, then you want to start looking at ways to maybe outsource some other things with software, with virtual assistants, with employees or independent contractors or prep centers. And then once you start to free up your time, then you can look at eBay a little bit more, because if you're just super overwhelmed with Amazon and you try to add eBay, it's never going to work. One or both of them are going to start to fail. And so you want to make sure you've got some things outsourced so you can dedicate some time then to eBay to start growing that as well. And again, you can wait till, like we did, over $70,000 a month. Or over $100,000 a month or whenever. You don't even have to ever sell on eBay or on Amazon. But that's my recommendation, is to get used to the platform, use eBay as the secondary platform to sell returns or things that you can't sell on Amazon, and get used to that. And then kind of figure it out from there. As you grow and scale your FBA business, you can then start to grow and scale your eBay business. And again, it is up to your personal preference. After going through this video, maybe you look at this and you're like, hey, I really love Amazon, so I'm going to do exactly what Jimmy says, and I'm going to ignore eBay. Or I really love eBay, and those pros and cons look way better, so I'm going to ignore Amazon. Well, in that case, I do have some suggestions for you on what you should do depending on your choice. So I've got some resources for you. If you want to do Amazon selling, there's a free Facebook group. And so I'm starting with the free option so that you can go and learn about selling on Amazon. It is the best Amazon Facebook group I have ever been a part of. I'm now a moderator in it, but I didn't start out as that. I started out as a seller in it, and it's you can find it at bit.ly/MST group. It's also linked below in the description for you. It's over 65,000 members, at least as the time of this recording. It's probably more than that, depending on when you watch this. But that free Facebook group has so much valuable information, so many helpful resources and sellers in there answering questions. Highly recommend getting into that Facebook group. Now, again, as I mentioned earlier, I've got over 1,000 success stories with the Amazon Replens course that I've put out. So if you want to see those, over 500 of them at least, that's how many I could fit on the webpage, but AskJimmySmith.com/success. You'll see over 500 of those success stories. And if you're looking to buy that course or get some more information on the course, then AskJimmySmith.com/sell-on-Amazon. Additionally, if you want to do eBay instead of Amazon, my favorite eBay course, again, I would still join that free Facebook group because they also talk about eBay in that group, and you can ask questions there. Tons of great resources. Actually, I believe it started as an eBay thing and then has transitioned more to Amazon as more success has come from sellers on that platform. But eBay, I would join that group, but then I would also check out this course, which is Treasure Hunting Profits with Greg Perry. And you can get that. This is my affiliate, which is at bit.ly/Replens eBay. So it's Replens with an S and eBay. And again, linked below in the description. But Greg Perry is an awesome friend of mine. I've known him for years. He's had amazing success stories. It's one of the most active groups and programs that I have seen. They're constantly doing things to improve it. And he's got a lot of good success stories and testimonials from people that have gone through the program. So I highly recommend checking that out. And again, the link is in the description. So after going through all of this information, I'm sure you're a little overwhelmed depending on where you're at in your business. If you're brand new looking to get started, then please, maybe rewatch the video, check it out, see what it is that you want to do, think about it, pray about it, do whatever you need to figure out the platform for you as a new seller. And if you've been selling on one of these platforms for a while, then hopefully this helped you to see the pros and the cons to adding on the other one. Now, depending on, if you have any questions, after watching this video, please post your questions in the comments below. Leave your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Are there other pros and cons that I missed? Are there any breakdowns you'd like to see me do, whether it's an Amazon versus X platform or an eBay versus X platform or some other method of selling online? I'm happy to do those. Please give me your suggestions, your comments, and your questions down below this video. Also, I ask that you like this video, that you share it, and that you subscribe to this channel. As I mentioned earlier, if the button below is red, then that means you haven't subscribed yet. And I hope that you found some value in this. And ultimately, if you didn't, then please tell me why not. I would love to learn and grow in this way. I'm here to try to serve as much as I can and help you in any way that I can. So please let me know if there's anything that I did that you'd like to see me change in the future. So thank you so much for being here, for watching this. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.